It's making inquiries. It's searching for clarification for itself. But the fact that they've given 4 days police remand to a sitting law minister means that it's satisfied with the overwhelming authentic evidence which has come through not only by the police visit but even given by the Bar Council, which is a statutory body, as I say, and it has nothing to do with politics.
You know, that is precisely it, Preeti Sharma Menon. At the end of the day, why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal of the Aam Aadmi Party now say, okay, we accept that there is a lot of evidence which has been provided. Till Mr. Tomar is cleared, he will not continue as law minister. Why make this a prestige issue? This is now becoming, it seems, about the ego of the Lieutenant Governor one day and the ego of Arvind Kejriwal the next. As a result, we have a constitutional crisis brewing.
Not in the least, Mr. Sardesai. This is not about ego. We are actually working very hard, and the amount of work that our government has done in 100 days is something that's unparalleled in India. There has never been so much
Forget
work.
the work, ma'am. I'm talking about Mr. Tomar now. Why not ask Mr. Tomar to step aside rather than stick to ego and blame the and create a constitutional crisis?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is not about ego. This is about knowing that we are being falsely targeted, that we are being falsely victimized.
By whom?
By the BJP government through its police, which arrested him as if it was arresting a terrorist, a covert operation. All courts of this country always hold that you must avoid jail as much as possible. You must ensure that you give the notice to the person, get him to cooperate in the investigation. If he fails to cooperate, then you arrest him.
Right.
Here is a person who has been arrested. Such severe charges have been put against him, and this has been done overnight. And you've done it to a law minister who's not going anywhere, who's there every day, present in the secretariat for you to meet, question, or whatever.
So you are not going to ask Mr. Tomar to step aside.
It's not about Tomar.
You're not asking Mr. Tomar to step aside till his name is cleared.
I think, Mr. Sardesai, this is about an attack on the AAP government, and we are going to stand tall, and our government is going to stand tall and fight this attack.
Okay, I'm going to ask therefore a final quick, and I want a short answer from you, Sudhanshu Mittal. The perception will go out that this is vendetta. The perception will go out. Are you worried about that perception? This is vendetta on the part of the Modi government or on the part of the Home Ministry. Yes or no? Are you worried about that? Does that worry you? Does that worry you that is the perception?
Don't undermine the sensibility of people and the intelligence of people. People know what is right and what is wrong. They all believe and they all know that a fraudster has been arrested. And lastly, the law is here, 41A. 41A says if if the police officer is convinced that a criminality has been committed, he should arrest without taking an arrest warrant. Don't misquote law. And don't interpret law the way you want to.
In a country where so many of our politicians are facing serious charges, I find it interesting that it takes 12 hours suddenly for the police to jump into action in the case of this law minister. That's why the perception persists of vendetta.
That's an unfair comment. No,
that's an
unfair comment.
Sorry, it's been a month.
1 month, 10 days of investigation after which
it's been
the
1 month.
man has been arrested.
12 hours between the FIR and the arrest, man. 12 hours between the FIR and the arrest.
There is an investigation.
This is a wrong conclusion.
There is an investigation which has gone over for a month.
Okay, point taken.
An investigation has gone over for a month.
This is
after the investigation has
it's been 1 month. Rajdeep, don't conclude wrongly.
Hours and arresting taken a surreptitious manner.
No, I'm going to leave it there.
It is wrong to falsify facts.
Okay, the point you're making is it's 1 month of investigation.
1 month of investigation.
The point I was making, there was 12 hours between the FIR being filed and the arrest being made when the matter was sub judice. But I take your point.
But it's been 1 month of homework. Sorry, 1 month of homework.
Okay, Kiran Bedi is saying 1 month of homework. Kiran Bedi is saying 1 month of homework. I take your point, ma'am. I take your point. We will now leave it for the morality of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Thank you.
As well as we will leave it now to the central government to respond to the charge of vendetta. But I appreciate my panelists joining us. I've run completely out of time on this story. I have to move to the next story because there's a